66 million years ago, planet Earth was seconds away from becoming a completely different world. A mountain of rock, 6 miles wide, moving at 40,000 miles per hour, was screaming toward our planet. Its destination, the shallow seas of what we now call the Yucatan Peninsula. If it hits, the sky burns, the oceans boil, forests across the planet ignite into global firestorms. Dust rises so high it blocks the sun itself. Temperatures crash, ecosystems collapse, and the giants that ruled Earth for more than 160 million years, the dinosaurs, disappear forever. In our timeline, that asteroid did hit. It carved a crater more than 150 kilometers wide. Scientists call it the Chicxulub Impact. But tonight, we are going to break reality. Imagine something impossible. Imagine gravity hesitated. Imagine a passing comet changed the asteroid's path by just 3 seconds. Not minutes, not hours, 3 seconds. The asteroid misses. It flies past Earth like a harmless streak of light across the sky. No impact, no firestorm, no extinction. And the dinosaurs never disappear. Look closely at this moment, because in this timeline, the Tyrannosaurus Rex doesn't become a fossil in a museum. He becomes the ancestor of something far more terrifying. In this world, dinosaurs didn't just survive, they evolved. In our timeline, the asteroid acted like nature's reset button. Within hours of the impact, shockwaves circled the planet. Within days, the sky turned black. Within weeks, plants stopped growing. Within months, ecosystems collapsed. 75% of life on Earth vanished. Dinosaurs, giant marine reptiles, flying predators that ruled the skies, gone. But in this alternate Earth, the reset never happens. The board stays full. The kings remain on the throne. Dinosaurs continue dominating every ecosystem on the planet. Massive plant eaters roam endless forests. Apex predators patrol the food chain. The skies belong to winged hunters, and the oceans remain filled with ancient monsters. Mammals still exist, but they stay small, very small. In our world, mammals grew larger because dinosaurs disappeared. They expanded into empty ecological niches. They experimented with new body plans. Eventually, one group of primates began walking upright. But here, that opportunity never arrives. Your ancestors never climbed down from the trees to explore the open world. They never build tools. They never discover fire. They never build civilizations. In this world, your ancestors spend their lives hiding under rocks, roots, and fallen logs. Every vibration in the ground means danger. Every shadow means a predator might be approaching. Imagine living your entire life in darkness, waiting, hoping the ground does not start shaking, because if it does, it means something enormous is walking nearby, something with teeth the size of kitchen knives. In this timeline, the age of mammals never begins. The planet remains locked in the age of dinosaurs. But evolution never stops. Even in a dinosaur-dominated world, change is constant. Among the giants walking the earth, there was always one dinosaur that stood out. A predator smaller than the others, faster, more curious. Scientists know it as Troodon. Troodon already possessed something unusual for a dinosaur, a relatively large brain. Compared to its body size, its brain was enormous. In fact, Troodon had one of the highest brain-to-body ratios of any known dinosaur species. Intelligence had already begun to emerge. Now imagine giving that species 60 million more years of evolution. Generation after generation, natural selection rewards curiosity. It rewards problem solving. It grows more complex. The body begins to change. The posture becomes more upright. The arms grow more flexible. The claws evolve into grasping fingers. The eyes shift forward, giving better depth perception. The brain continues expanding. Neural pathways become more complex. Communication grows more advanced. Over millions of years, something extraordinary happens. Troodon transforms into something entirely new. Scientists have imagined this possibility before. They called it the Dinosauroid, a reptilian creature standing upright with large, intelligent eyes, flexible hands, and a brain capable of complex thought. Not human, not mammal, but unmistakably intelligent. Imagine a civilization not built by primates, but by dinosaurs. Their minds would not work like ours. Their instincts would be different. Their emotions might be colder, more calculated. But intelligence is intelligence, and intelligence always searches for control. Fire becomes the first breakthrough, a tool that turns fear into power. With fire comes cooking, protection, engineering, and eventually technology. Once a species discovers technology, evolution changes direction. Stone tools become advanced tools. Tools lead to machines. Machines lead to industry. Millions of years after the asteroid missed, a dinosaur civilization could dominate the planet. But their cities would not resemble human cities. Everything would be designed for massive bodies and reptilian biology. Imagine skyscrapers built for creatures 20 feet tall. Instead of narrow staircases, there are enormous ramps winding through towering structures. Instead of heating systems, there are giant solar platforms where reptilian citizens absorb sunlight to regulate temperature. Entire districts designed around open sunlight rather than enclosed buildings. Organic engineering rather than cold metal machines. In the skies above the cities, enormous flying reptiles glide between towers, carrying communication technology. The descendants of ancient pterosaurs, now acting like living aircraft. Transportation networks designed for creatures that can run faster than horses and leap enormous distances. Energy systems that do not rely on fossil fuels, because in this world, dinosaurs never died to become oil beneath the ground. Instead, energy might come from solar fields, geothermal vents, or bioengineered ecosystems. Technology evolves along a path humans never imagined. A civilization perfectly adapted to a reptilian species that ruled the Earth for over 200 million years. Now comes the part that is hardest for us to accept. In this world, humans do not exist. Not a single city, not a single language, not a single human voice. Your parents never existed. Your friends never existed. Every human who ever lived, from ancient kings to modern scientists, simply never happened. Humanity was only possible because the asteroid wiped out the dominant species. Without that catastrophe, evolution followed a completely different path. Instead of primates rising to intelligence, dinosaurs took that role. If you could somehow travel to this alternate year 2026, you would arrive on a planet that feels both familiar and completely alien. Forests stretch across continents. The air is filled with the sounds of prehistoric wildlife. And somewhere on the horizon, massive reptilian cities rise toward the sky. A civilization not of dinosaurs. Every fossil you see in a museum, every bird flying across the sky, every human city on Earth exists because of one moment in time, one asteroid, one impact, one global catastrophe. We are the survivors of a destroyed world, the children of extinction. But somewhere in the endless possibilities of the universe, there may be another Earth where the asteroid missed, where dinosaurs never died, and where the kings of the ancient world are still sitting on their thrones.